subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
No. I ain't here to judge. I ain't God.
I'm the same way. Man. But talk about, because you know a lot of things you were saying with the hate, and even at the beginning of that, say what you want to say. You was going
off.
What? You know what I'm saying?
Donnie, I don't know if you really know it like this, but you're interested. You done some research, man. I was a person in pain. Here's the funny thing about say what you want to say. I didn't want to be that guy that they hated, but at the same time, I was letting it be known that you can say whatever you want to say about me. You're not going to do anything to stop me. You know, and then you think that you need me, so you won't confront me. Because if you were there in my whole career, there probably was one person to ask me a question. And after I explained it to them, they were like, oh, I get it. And this was a guy that never made it. I don't even remember who it is. I just remember it was one person. Everybody else, they just sit in their corners and
assume.
And they know or hate. Yeah. I'm not playing my shit, man. And I'm like, man, if you don't, like there's some rappers that say, oh, don't get on Hatter's record. He's not from Houston. I heard all kinds of stuff. And some of the people that told me, I love them because I know they were just being cool. They're like, hey, I'm just letting you know, this dude is a hater. So I'm just letting you know. So and I won't reveal those people because they're close and dear to my heart. And certain rappers, y'all all know that's my guy because he was willing to stand when nobody else would. But I get it. Some people are just like, it ain't my problem. So I can't necessarily be mad at you either. But certain things that happen, you could certainly have this person go to your aid quietly. I'm not saying make a big pitch and try to stop the hate socially or anything like that. But if you see somebody saying something that you know is not me or my character, clean that up. Because if somebody did it to you, I'd clean it up quickly. Nah, that dude ain't like that. No, that's misinformation. But, you know, I guess people got to move the way they move. So what happens is you become very distant, so to speak. So it's a weird position to be in. You never trust anybody. Some you trust. You respect them all for their art and what they've achieved, but sometimes, you know, you keep your distance at the same time too, because you feel like they could easily be in a position where they have to pick or choose, and you ain't gonna get chose.
Yeah. Man, it was a remix that never came out though, man, that I heard. With all the DJs from 979 was on there. It was GT, man. It was T-Grade. Did it come out?
No.
To Say What You Want to Say remix?
Did it?
J-Mac might have been on there rapping.
Blaster. You know your history, man. That's pretty interesting.
I've only heard it. T-Grade let me hear it once.
I got to be honest with you, man. I'm pumped up, not pumped up, but I'm honored for real because some of this stuff, you know, nobody else. They're like, I don't know what the hell Mr. Donnie talking about. Say What You Want to Say. I actually leased it to Def Jam Blaster a few weeks ago because I'll be honest with you, I was trying to put together a compilation. I got enough records, believe it or not, to have a greatest hits. I know that's hard to believe for some, but I do. And then I had done an album before I quit. I was working. I'll be honest with you, my quitting was premature. I really probably was going to quit in 2020, but then the world is weird. But I was doing my last album and I was going to get everybody on it, and I still have these tracks. I did the video and stuff with Zero and got some music with Chose and Beat King, and I never put it out. So I'm like, this is stupid not to release this. And you spent all this money on some of this stuff. You should at least just put it out there. If it moves, it moves. If it don't, it don't. I do pretty decent numbers for a guy that some might call whack though, man. I got some pretty good numbers, man. I get the little Spotify numbers every month. I be like, man, this is pretty impressive for a guy that don't promote nothing. But I'm working on trying to do a greatest hits, and I hit Blaster the other day about that Say What You Want to Say remix. Side note, I did have a problem one time with a rap group. This is connected almost to Say What You Want. This is prior to Say What You Want to Say. You probably don't remember Hanging. Friday night, feeling all right.
Yeah.
Hanging with. So that's really my first song that I ever put out. That's 93, 94. I'm old school. So I did this thing called a disco version. So the regular song is 4 minutes long. Then this is how old school I am, y'all. I did a disco version. It was called Holla at Your Boy. The song became a 15-minute epic. 3-2 is on it. R.I.P.
That's my cousin.
Is it really? Yeah. Love 3-2. 3-2 is on it. Big Mellow's on it. Jeez, I don't even. Oh, I don't remember everybody that's on it. There's a gang of Houston history on this 15-minute version of the Hangin' song. I never released it. So with the greatest hits, I was going to like, you know what? I never put that record out with the whole, I put it on wax and some cassettes, but it's nowhere digitally. So I'm like, oh, I should put that out. So I'm going to put that on there. And then I hit blast it because I'm like, hey, do you got the dirty version of the Say What You Want? Because it was like a bounce. So, and blast it if you're watching this. I don't remember who did the music for the bounce version. I don't know if Luscious Ice just mixed the bounce beat behind it, or if Blaster did the remix. And I probably should just text him and ask him. But I would just ask him like, hey, do you still got the? So it's funny that you mentioned that. But that is out there. I don't think it got. This is when everybody was doing the underground mixtapes. Aggravated and Blaster were doing. I forgot what they called their mixtapes, but they were selling a lot at one time. Then boys started slowing down on the bootlegging with those mixtapes. But they had some pretty big ones, and I think that song was on one of their mixtapes. But Luscious Ice was rapping on it. Oh no, he did the intro. J Mac did rap on it.
GT, T.
Everybody,
yeah.
and you know the reason why I did that? Because at that particular time we were working at different stations, and what I was trying to do was create camaraderie amongst all of us. I don't know if it was successful in my attempt, because like I said before, you could get hate out in the streets, but you could also get hate inside your house. And so, as the kudo leader or whatever you want to call me, I'm like, you know what, since I'm doing this music, let me put everybody together to show them that we're together. I'm not over here and y'all over there or something like that. We all in this together, man. We can all win together. So, you try to do that by leadership and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're right. That is out there. So I might put that on there too. I just got to figure out where the track is. I have that version, but it's the clean version. I don't have the dirty version, which is, I don't remember J Mac cursed on it. J Mac cursed one time on a song, and that's because ESG got him to curse on it. And I forgot the name of what ESG album that is, where you get the special treat of hearing J Mac curse once, because J Mac does not curse.
Just in life in general.
No, he does not curse at all. Wow. He does not curse. Now, I curse, but never did I curse on the radio.
Donnie Houston.